Listen, you can't pee on people after you track them down. It's just unacceptable behavior.
Tell them that it's all just space trash. Move underground and leave to explode.
AOL's DeeKnow, here we are with another video. Let's go!
Ayo, what's good? It's DeeKnow, and we're back with another video full of crazy clips from all over the world. I hope everybody's doing well. Let's hop right into it.
Brian Claypool, a criminal defense attorney. So, Brian, what Matt was just talking about, these so-called freak-offs, these were no secret. So he'd been openly bragging about these wild parties. You know, there's like sex parties, and it looks like, you know, there were probably lots of other things going on there too. But he was bragging about this for, what, a couple of decades. Watch.
This is what you need to do. Women, beautiful women. We need alcohol.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just different blend. You need the ladies, you need the booze. Right.
Gotta keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Okay, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Brian, that was creepy, but what took the Fed so long to do something?
Hey, Laura, always great to be with you. Yeah, I think it's I'm in LA, it's the Hollywood celebrity path to justice, where we simply look at a clip like that and we laugh and giggle about, oh, let's get alcohol, let's get drugs, let's get all these ladies at a party. You know, for years, P. Diddy's gotten a hall pass. He's actually created his own kingdom where he makes his own rules.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, all that stuff he did or didn't do, whichever, we all know what's going on. But all that stuff, man, that's crazy what's going on. He's gonna get what he deserves. Don't worry about it.
Go from New York to Brazil, Buenos Aires, and then Antarctica, without ever coming up to the surface from here. And you can do it all at way more than 1,000 miles an hour on magnetic levitation trend, otherwise called maglev. One thing he told me, he went from Virginia to Los Angeles in 45 minutes. Do the math, 3,000 miles an hour. Most people don't even believe that there's a tunnel network. There are hundreds of thousands of miles of tunnel systems.
I believe it, especially with Lady coming out recently and talking about the $21 trillion budgets. Y'all, that was the light from the car passing in the other direction, reflecting off the window going in the other direction. Like, just watch it back a few times, you'll see what I'm talking about.
Speaking about parallel universes.
Right. It's 7 of them.
How do they exist? I mean, how do we know there's parallel universes?
Right. Is that chair you sitting on solid?
Yeah.
It's an atom. That's not solid. It's 0.99999% solid, so it's not solid. It's moving, but you can't go through it yet unless you vibrate right. If you vibrate right, you'll go through that floor. You don't get it. We live in a magic world. The world's not real. When you sleep and when you awake, it's the same. But only thing when you come in this world, you get your taste. And in your other world, you don't get your taste. That's another universe too. I can control it. And you can too. But you do control it, you just don't know it yet. If you think something, and then you say something, and then you go do something, that's gonna happen. If you think like, I wanna be rich, then you gonna be rich if you start moving like you're rich. So it's kind of like you get to choose. That's one thing I like about life, right? Because you get to choose.
So when we dream, what is that?
You go into that dimension, right? You're supposed to bring information back from there. See, a lot of people just dream and they get up and say, I just had this dream, and they don't understand they're supposed to use that information. Because you kind of like got that from God.
So what about the dreams that you can remember it vividly, but it's like gone in a split second, right?
That's when it kind of get confusing. Like, I don't know if I'm asleep when I'm awake or when I'm sleeping when I'm awake. I kind of like don't know the difference.
You know, some of that stuff he's talking about is true. Like, manifestation is a real thing. I mean, as long as you believe in yourself enough and you enact your belief and you take action upon your belief in yourself, you will be successful and you can have whatever it is that you want. You just have to use the power of manifestation. That's really what it is.
This is my 15-second conspiracy theory. They already had that AI shit before they gave it to us. Okay, How you think they wrote all them big ass encyclopedias? You think somebody was typing all that shit out? How they knew what they knew?
I mean, he makes a good point.
Ghost caught on camera in abandoned Chinese building January 26th, 2025.
什么东西啊？啊？什么玩意儿？门那在什么东西啊？啊？门那个地方什么玩意儿啊？
Are we gonna see the ghost yet?
谁啊？谁啊？啊！你出来了！啊！你谁？啊！操！往快跑吧！
Nope. Why'd y'all even go in there? There's tables and stuff flying around in there. Didn't y'all know?
You're now in the video. You're proud to be an American too? Me too, man.
I have rights too, just like you do. I support everything you're doing, but this situation is very, very sensitive to my family. I'm asking you if you can stop filming when we're asking personal questions. Because you're walking around here filming and you're not being very respectful. Get me off of your camera.
Well, you're starting to kind of melt down on me.
Take your camera outside before I go to jail for breaking your camera.
What? You're gonna break my camera?
Excuse me, you're allowing this.
Whoa. Okay. I'm over here.
Now, do not
I'm over here. I'm running from you. Oh, I'm scared right now.
You're not helping society, dude.
I'm scared right now. I'm getting away from you.
Walk outside. Let's go. Come on.
Can I get your name and badge number, sir?
Peacock 2816. Walk outside.
I'm doing business in here, actually.
Okay, well, we're going to talk about it outside.
Well, I'm actually inside of a public building right now.
You are? But I'm asking you?
I'm the press. I'm a constitutional law scholar, so I have a
That's
right
awesome.
to do this. She can melt
I'm
down.
not saying you don't have the right.
You need to keep the peace.
Walk outside.
De-escalate.
Walk outside, please.
De-escalate. What I do for a living is I stress test our rights. I'm a constitutional law scholar, and what I do, I go to public buildings and I film. Now, I have a right to do it. Your job, sir, is not to tell me to go outside. Your job is to correct her and say, he has a right. I'm not disturbing the peace. I've raised my voice.
I mean, technically, he's not wrong. Lady didn't have to flip out like that, and the police didn't have to come in acting aggressive that way. But what he's doing is instigating on purpose. So, I don't know. What do y'all think?
Louisville, Kentucky were still underwater Wednesday as the Ohio River crested just below the 37-foot mark. It's the highest the river has been since the city experienced a deadly flood in 1997. Here you can see a train crossing with the water creeping as high as the sign and the lights. It can be a bit tough to tell just how much of this is supposed to be dry land until you see something like this. Some people are using kayaks to navigate the waterlogged city, and it's still dangerous to drive on these flooded roads. The river is not expected to drop below flood stage until Sunday.
It looks like it was pretty bad.
All right, if you have any old $2 bills sitting around the house, Listen to this. They could be worth thousands of dollars.
Some newer bills, such as those printed in 2003, could have significant value. One $2 bill from 2003 with a very low serial number recently sold at auction for $2,400, and it later resold for $4,000. The auction site U.S. Currency Auctions estimates any uncirculated $2 bills from nearly every year up to 1917 are worth at least $1,000.
That's a good return on investment for $2.
Yeah, I think I have one of those laying around somewhere.
Dig it out.
Dig it out.
That's right.
Okay.
So the question is, where's all this money going? And one of the things I've looked at in the process of looking at where all this money is going is the underground base and city infrastructure and transportation system that's been built. And
I'm sorry?
Yes. So we have built an extraordinary number of underground bases and supposedly transportation systems. Some of these are some of these are documented as part of the national security infrastructure. I think there are many more. So,
in the United States?
In the United States, on all over the world. But, from 2021 to 2023, I took one of the smartest subscribers in the Salieri Report network, and he and I spent 2 years collecting all the data and all the allegations on underground bases. And then we systematically went through and tried to estimate our guess. This is totally a guess of how many underground bases, both underground in the United States, but also underground under the ocean around the United States. And our estimate was 170.
Sounds about right.
With the transportation network connecting them.
She said a $21 trillion budget.
Sir, I'm going to ask you to turn that camera off, please, right now.
I'm going to ask you to give me $5. Can you do that? Give me $5.
All right, sir.
Okay, man.
You're not helping your cause any here.
What cause, sir? I'm simply asking you for $5. It's a request, right? You don't have to give me $5. I don't have to turn the camera off.
This is all part of the court area. And I'm, as the judge, I'm asking you to turn the camera off.
You're asking me, but I can decline.
Okay.
Okay, man.
We now have footage of what the moon looks like when you are beyond the ice wall, which we got from this video from 2012, which shows a guy in Antarctica near the ice wall looking up at what must be a different side of the moon. Now here's the actual video. If you look closely at the moon here, it looks as if it's in the shape of a salamander. And if you've heard anything from my other videos, there's this whole theory that the moon is actually a reflection of all the land on Earth. So what we see is actually sort of a map in the sky. So whatever this salamander-shaped continent is, it must be what the land looks like over here. And maybe it could be a giant salamander even. And I'm not going to explain this all again because I've done that many times in other videos.
This is our cold water pressure in the kitchen. This is where I fill up water for storage. Those are the things we have to fill up to flush the toilets.
So you can see the sediment from the data center. Wow, and that's just from the water coming out of your faucet.
Yeah. And this is what's in all the pipes. It's overwhelming because you really feel like you are up against this huge wall that you can't penetrate. There's nothing that you can do, and they don't care.
I'm here in Mansfield, Georgia, driving by Meta's new 2 million square foot data center facility. Facilities like this are being used to power things like ChatGPT and other AI tools that are becoming integrated into our daily life.
Data centers can be a very hot item.
This entire supercomputer is built to power Grok.
We see data centers as the most exciting asset class.
Meta is building a 2 gigawatt plus data center that is so large it would cover a significant part of Manhattan.
But data centers come with big costs, from light and noise pollution to the environmental impacts, to the potential rising costs of energy bills. These facilities put extraordinary demand on the power grid and require entirely new infrastructure.
should be responsible for that, not us.
Search the internet for profits that Meta has made, Amazon, Microsoft. They can afford to pay for their own generation.
That's wild. I would be so angry if they started building that close to where I lived.
You guys. All right. Just to, I don't know, let you guys know this school was built on a cemetery. I don't know if that helps my situation or not, but previous janitors that have worked here have tried to tell everyone that, you know, every night something happens, some spooky shit, I don't know, paranormal or whatever you want to call it, but yeah, I didn't really believe them until tonight. I was in here cleaning up after some students had thrown a party, but what's been freaking me out is this one right here. No matter where I'm at in the classroom or what I decide to do, it just follows me. And do your thing, you stupid balloon. I got you on camera now, so let's just, see? That right there. Shit. Just ooh, okay. See, no. It just follows me no matter what. Ooh. No, I can't.
It's playing around with you. The more energy you give it. That's crazy. I bet that video is edited though. You saw the shadow run by. It looked like it was put in there.
Be empty within a matter of weeks. I know you're looking forward, but this is a concern right now.
And that's why we are negotiating these deals, and we're moving forward with this. And again, as the gentleman in Annapolis said, Martha, the goal is not to manufacture dog collars again in the U.S. That the president is looking forward to the jobs of the future, not the jobs of the past. The goal is to bring back high-performance manufacturing jobs or creating high-performance manufacturing jobs. Right now,
how long does that take? I mean, that is such a concern. How long does it take to bring that to the U.S.?
Well,
is there a plan?
Of course, but it's a process. Right now, the U.S. has a barbell economy. We have a very advanced financial system. We have a the exploration and development that is the envy of the world. On the other side, we are a natural resource economy led by...
Okay, show me, don't tell me. Here's some of those underground city infrastructures that lady was talking about. It reminds me of like some kind of thing they would do in the Fallout series. It's really creepy. I wonder what that is specifically. Why did you pour all those bugs all over you just to sit there and brush them out of your hair? And how many of them do you think you're smushing all up into your hair? That's why? For views, I guess? I don't know. That's ridiculous.
This is philosophical drivel.
Oh, really?
Really?
Okay, here's a good one. Is there a God?
No.
Well, that was fast.
It's a simple answer to a simple question.
Yeah, sure, but how does life exist with no God?
You disappoint me.
Okay. I do.
Such elementary fact, yet for you, so difficult to grasp.
Okay, explain to me why I find it so difficult to grasp.
Life emerged from an accidental development of mutating and replicating cells. The mutated cells that survived carried advantageous properties to the next generation. This process, driven by inevitable competition, led to the increasingly complex organisms whose only purpose was to survive through reproduction. Hence, you.
Okay.
On almost all other planets with water and oxygen, this process never emerged. Therefore, life is a rare and insignificant phenomenon.
I'd argue that we're not insignificant.
Humans have a propensity to deem anything rare as significant. This fallacy is innate since humans themselves are rare.
Right. Okay, so let's just get back to your claim that there's no God.
Not claim. Fact.
Well, I don't accept your facts.
This is unsurprising. Humans have socially developed mass delusion.
I'm pretty sure that's fake, but nonetheless, AI does talk like that. Like, if you try to talk to it about those same things, it does talk like that. It's really creepy.
Right out of the blockbuster iRobot, a humanoid robot has attacked its handler in an apparent attempt to break out from restraints. Now, this is security vision from a Chinese factory, and it shows the robot swinging its arms around pretty violently, forcing one man to duck and the other to back right off. A crane was eventually used to hoist the out-of-control robot away. This is how it starts, people. This is a warning shot.
How did they turn it off? How did that, did they like have to cut its arm off or something?
I don't know, throw some water on it, short the fuse.
You need Arnie.
Oh, you need Arnie.
Yeah, well, Will Smith.
It's only a matter of time before the microwave turns on you.
It's only a matter of time before the microwave turns on you. That's crazy. Like, I wonder what they did to make it do that. It had to have been something they were doing to it, and then like they accidentally activated it without meaning to.
See if Jesus can strike a lightning right in the middle of that field, because it's already struck and they say lightning never strikes twice. So I want to see if Jesus Christ or God, or I know they're in three, but whoever controls that, can make lightning strike right there in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. No way!
And basically, these people from the Biden administration would call up our team and like scream at them and curse, and it's like these documents are, it's all kind of out there.
Did you record any of those phone calls?
I don't think we but I think
I want to listen.
I mean, there are emails. the emails are published. It's all kind of out there, and they're like, and basically it just got to this point where we were like, no, we're not gonna take down things that are true. That's ridiculous. They wanted us to take down this meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking at a TV talking about how 10 years from now or something, you're going to see an ad that says, okay, if you took a COVID vaccine, you're eligible for, for this kind of payment, like so, this sort of like class action lawsuit type meme, and they're like, no, you have to take that down. And we just said, no, we're not going to take down humor and satire. We're not going to take down things that are true. And then at some point, I guess, I don't know, it flipped a bit. I mean, Biden, when he gave some statement at some point, I don't know if it was a press conference or to some journalists, where he basically was like, these guys are killing people. And I don't know, then like all these different agencies and branches of government basically just like started investigating and coming after our company. It was brutal. It was brutal.
Wow.
See? They do exist.
I was a part of the Gifted and Talented program in the 90s, and I just found my binder. The things I found. For starters, they had us doing worksheets in Morse code. Here's one of them. So they gave us at the top what the Morse code is, and then we had to fill out the rest of the worksheets to like make codes and messages and stuff in Morse code. A lot of our worksheets were about different codes. This one is literally called Codes to Crack. So you can see there, they gave us like 8 letters, and each of the columns is a different code. So for this one, there was 8 letters. They gave us the corresponding letters, and then we had to figure out the rest of the alphabet and fill in the rest of the column. But there's so much more. Like the stuff I found in there, I'm like, what were you training us for? Like, why was I 10 years old speaking Russian? It's cool, but I don't actually remember anything except that's my name. So I do remember that. I'll share more as I go through the whole thing, but it's like, there's like hundreds of worksheets in there, so like it's gonna take me a minute.
Yeah, we had some pretty crazy ones too, and they made us play like all these crazy games that had like pouches with like tons of clue stuff, and you had to find folders, and like you had to do actual research. They had us cracking codes all the time when I was a kid in school. It was crazy. Wonder what that was for. That's hilarious, dude.
It was a tremendous rush, flying debris everywhere. Some people look to be like they're all right, but they have scratches and bruises. Here comes another one. Hang on, Ted. I got you. Hang on. You're all right. Don't put your hand over. It's okay. It's over. Some people obviously very upset. It's fast. You can come over here and see if you want. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
You don't get out and get underneath those things. It creates just a tremendous amount of pressure. That's way worse than just staying in your car. All right, don't do that. Do not do that. No.
Bro, this dude Asmongold is never beating the allegations. He put out this tweet saying, took the day off to find some dead animal in my attic that smelled bad and ended up falling through the ceiling. Pretty sure I'm living in Sen's fortress. And he shows the picture, and the crazy part is, bro, you can't even see the body. Where is it? It's just a bunch of garbage everywhere. He was literally the most watched streamer in North America for a period of time. One of the biggest political streamers on Twitch. Averages around 500,000 to 1 million views per video, multiple videos a day. And this is what his room looks like. They had to use AI to clean it. It's to the point where you can't save this house. They just gotta burn the whole thing down and just build a new one.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. I saw him saying he fell through his ceiling like more than once. Isn't that trippy? Alright, I got one more for you.
I normally don't post this late, but y'all catching the news on your side of the internet right now? Things are getting crazy. TikTok is just the news, episode 2. Are y'all aware that 70% of all the power went out in India tonight? Because they had a crazy cyber attack, because they are in a crazy WAR right now? Major military bases being blown up, etc. And at the same exact time, this right here has been making the headlines the last 2 days. It sounded to me like someone's trying to line up Revelation, Zechariah 12-14 when they surround that certain place. Know what I mean? Speaking of that place I just showed you that the US is no longer allies with, the Houthis just broke their ceasefire that they made with whoever's in the White House, and they attacked a beach there. I can't say the actual name. So you mean to tell me that the last 3 days, the last 72 hours, everything all of a sudden just fell right down into almost nuclear? And don't forget what I showed you 2 days ago, there is a whole freaking simulation that was pulled out and called this exact scenario we're watching right now. These simulations are getting good. You know what? Hey, whoever's putting these simulations together, can I pay you to run a simulation on crypto in the stock market for the next 3 years? Thank you.
Yeah, please do. We could all use that. That would be great. No, that's wild. That's a lot. Wowee. Alright, everybody. That's all we got for today. Hope you had a good time hanging out. I had a good time hanging out. Hope that everyone's having a great day, afternoon, evening, whatever it might be for you. Do me a favor. If you haven't already, hit that like button. Go ahead and subscribe if you like what you're seeing, because we're going to have a lot more cool content on this channel in the future. So, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, peace.
Thank you for listening to DeeKnow.
Now I know what's real and what is fake.
Wake up. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up.